friends. Today I have with me your favorite email marketer, the fresh princess of email, Liz Wilcox, who you may not know. Gosh, I don't even know when this will go live. But this week, she's going to be on Survivor. And this is not a joke. Liz Wilcox survived email marketing, and she is going to show you how she can survive on television as well. So don't leave the podcast episode yet. But when you're done, Google it, sign on to your television and streaming service, and then get as much Liz as you can as possible this week.
Wow,
Welcome.
CBS needs to hire Aaron. Oh, thanks. Thanks for that intro. That's great.
So we're here to talk about leap year predictions, and I guess what I'm wondering from you is, what do you think are some of the most important things that happened in the last 4 years when it comes to email marketing, or something that was exciting to you about the last 4 years, as well as what do you expect to happen in the next 4 years?
Listen, the most exciting thing that happened in the last 4 years was just that email is still king. Okay. And I'm not talking about using, fancy timers and funnels and all this, new email technology, but just the basics still work, right? Staying consistent, showing a little bit of personality, sharing your vision with your clients, your values in your content, keeping your emails just simple to stay effective. And I love that, no matter what, still getting that first party data, still getting replies and speaking directly to your potential customer. To me, that's the most exciting part about email is that, yeah, there's regulations coming up, the internet gods, as I call them, they're switching things up in 2024. But at the end of the day, it's still just the basics that work so well. And that is so exciting to me.
Yeah, and I think it's so interesting at, your interview specifically because, the 2024 changes, specifically the ones that take place this month in February, are kind of the biggest news in email marketing in forever. But if you take the answer that you just shared, that answer works on both sides of like looking back in the past and into the future, right? So no matter what's changing with how we get data and how we email our list, the truth is it's really about connecting with them, right? Like the tech stuff is irrelevant if you're not reaching out and building that sense of trust and, just being consistent with your emails and showing up for your audience as best as you possibly can.
Amen, Aaron. I mean, mic drop. We can end it
Thank
now.
you. No, not yet, because we haven't talked about what you expect for the future. Is
Oh,
that the same
awesome.
answer as the past, or?
Yeah. Well, I expect that to continue, that trend to continue, but I actually predict email marketing is going to become even more effective because of all of these, Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, and the gang regulations. I liken all these regulations to when the government had to step in and get people to obtain driver's licenses, right? You could just buy a car and get on the road. But then there were too many cars, right? And too many accidents. So the government was like, whoa, whoa, we need to regulate this. So that's what's happening right now in our inboxes. And so I predict that email will be even more effective because there's going to be less spam, right? People will actually enjoy email again because, oh, Aaron emailed me, oh, Liz emailed me, and not like, oh gosh, I got to sift through this to find that, power bill I'm looking for, right? So I predict that email is going to be even more effective. Right now they say, for every dollar you spend, you can get up to $40 in return. I'm predicting that's going to be even more the less crowded our inboxes are. But on top of that, because there are some regulations, I'm also predicting that there will be less people like you and me and you listening, emailing. So this is kind of the double-edged sword here. There are, the barrier of entry is a little higher now. And I predict the regulations will come for everyone, not just, certain thresholds per day. I believe this is going to just be a standard thing. And I predict that a lot of people starting out in their business, they're going to see that obstacle and they're going to, open up the Instagram app or TikTok or whatever instead and say, you know what? I'm not even ready for this yet. This seems like a tech headache. I'm just going to try something else. But that's a big, big mistake because email is going to be more effective. So just spending a couple hours, you know, following the rules, ticking the boxes, getting regulated, so to speak, is going to really, really help you stand out. And then just follow those basic steps Erin and I talked about, staying consistent, showing a little personality, vision, and values, getting that first party data. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I think to add to what you just said, regardless of the barrier of entry, I think it also is a great indicator that you're ready to run a business as well, right? So it's like I know when I started my business, I really freelanced before I could actually consider myself running a business, right? I was working completely on other people's schedules, deadlines, the amount they were willing to pay me versus the amount I was charging. So I think that when it comes to things like just as simple as making sure you're following these email regulations, yes, you have to pay for your email addresses, right? Yes, you have to pay for the I don't even know what the heck they're called, but like ConvertKit, right? Things that like send out the emails
Mm-hmm.
for you. So it is a barrier, but I think that it's a positive thing for the people looking to start businesses to feel like that legitimacy that they are stepping up into their business shoes, as well as for the people already in business it's another positive thing to say like you mentioned, not everyone's going to do that. And that's where you're not competing against this like massive crowd where people can email you from their Yahoo email accounts right now. So that's it. That's all I got to say about this.
And I'll end it with an amen.
All right. All right. So I'm not letting you off the hook. One more final question for you. What's what's the prediction for Liz Wilcox in the next 4 years?
Ooh, so survivors number two? No, I don't know.
No, no dropping any survivor hints here. If you are like currently a
Manifesting.
trillionaire, billionaire, millionaire, whatever you are, you go live your best life. But what's happening with your business? Is there anything that you want to focus on or things that you think will that you're hoping for?
Yeah. I would love to just continue growing my membership. I predict I'm going to hit 10,000 members by the end of 2024. That's a goal of mine that I've been working really hard on. And now that Survivor's over, I can actually focus on it. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to keep plugging away. My whole mission is to just help people understand that, even though we've got to do a little extra effort nowadays, on the front end of email marketing, it pays crazy dividends on the back end. And so I'm going to just keep plugging away, finding people who need to learn how to harness the power of email marketing, hit that 10,000. And I also predict that Liz Wilcox's templates, because that's how I normally help people, are going to be licensed to larger companies like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, larger programs within the online entrepreneur space, realty associations, and beyond to help reach those people and make an even bigger impact. So, I really want to help like millions upon millions of people send emails, and that's the way I'm going to do it.
I love it. And I actually think that's an awesome next step for you. So I'm just going to believe it's happened already. I'll see you in 2028 where we can confirm this success of yours. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, of
All right.
course. Bye,
Bye.
friend.